YouTube, it's Zoe or Read by Zoe, and today I'm going to do a Q&A. I asked you all on Twitter and Instagram, all of my links will be down below by the way, but I asked you all on those two platforms for any questions that you would like me to answer, and I got a lot of responses. I was not expecting as many responses as I got. You all asked the questions and now I'm going to give the answers. Question number one, why did you decide to cut your hair? I was watching some TV and I saw someone with curly hair that had a short hair look, like a bob sort of thing, and it just hit me. Wow, I have spent my whole life afraid of short hair because I thought if I cut it really short, it would turn into this afro looking thing, and so I've always had pretty long-ish hair. I've always wanted short hair. I've always wanted to try it, and I really like it. Right now it's still kind of wet because I just got out of the shower, but I like how curly it is and how short and manageable it is. What Hogwarts house are you, and does this answer your question? I am a Ravenclaw, but actually I was researching some of the questions, not researching, but I looked through all the questions when I was trying to pick out the ones to answer, and I got a lot of questions asking what my Hogwarts house was, and my whole life I have thought that I was a Ravenclaw, but I wasn't exactly sure, so I took a lot of sorting quizzes just to verify that I was indeed a Ravenclaw and I wasn't living a lie my entire life. I took, at first, 4 different quizzes, and every single quiz I got a different house. So I guess I'm divergent, but in the end most of my answers were Ravenclaw, and then the next one was Hufflepuff, and then the next one was Slytherin, and then I only got Gryffindor one time. I'm a Ravenpuff with a little dash of Slytherin just to keep it interesting, just to keep you on your toes. Question number 3 is kind of a two-parter. It is, how are you liking London, and what is the best part about living in London? I absolutely love London. I'm looking out of my window right now at the grey skies and the old houses, and it's just beautiful. It's a lot cleaner than I was expecting. I've been to one other big city, which is New York City, for a couple of days, and it was way dirtier than London. I was expecting it to be kind of like that, a little grimy, but still full of a lot of culture, and it definitely is full of a lot of culture and history, but it's very clean and quiet. Not quiet, but quieter than I was expecting. There's so much history everywhere, so much good food. Everyone was saying that London had terrible food, but that is not the case. I've had some of the best Indian food of my life here, and the accents. The accents. What is your college major? I am a double major in English literature and advertising. What's your favorite movie? I have a couple of favorite movies depending on my mood. If I'm in more of a funny mood, like I want to have a laugh, She's the Man is like my favorite movie ever. But if I want something a little bit more romantic and dramatic, Pride and Prejudice with Keira Knightley. Will you ever make a vlog channel? I'm not sure. I think for now I'm going to try and keep all of my videos on this one channel. I don't really do that many exciting things day to day to warrant a vlog channel, but maybe if I suddenly have a very exciting life in the future, I will make a vlog channel. Kale or Dorian? If you don't know, this relates to the fantasy series Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, and these are the 2 ships with the main character, Selena. But I will definitely have to say Dorian. There was a brief nanosecond in the second book where I really enjoyed Kale and Selena, and I'm like, yeah, get together. Dorian, who's that? I don't know. But then I took a step back, and I remembered that I love Dorian more than anything in the entire world, and him and Selena would just be a wonderful couple because they balance each other out. Who are your favorite authors? I have many. There is J.K. Rowling, obviously. There's Morgan Matson, Sarah J. Maas, Cassandra Clare, Rainbow Rowell, Sophie Kinsella, Gail Forman, Rick Riordan, and a couple others that I can't remember right now. Oh! Marissa Meyer. What do you plan on doing after college? I want to work for a trade book publisher in the advertising department. I really want to make ad campaigns for upcoming books. I really want to live in a big city with a lot of book publishers like Boston, New York, London. That'd be pretty great. Which Disney princess is your spirit animal? I love Belle from Beauty and the Beast. I love the entire movie, and also Belle is just kick butt. She has so much courage and she loves to read. Also, growing up, I thought I looked like her because she has brown hair and brown eyes, and I was just looking at her thinking, wow, that is who I want to be. Would you ever like to write a book, and if so, what would it be about? I think that I would in the future. Right now, I don't really have the time or the great idea to start a book. If I were to write one, it'd probably be contemporary because, let's be honest, that's my favorite genre. Coffee or tea? If you asked me before I studied abroad, I would definitely have said tea, but now that I am here in the land of tea, I've been drinking a lot more coffee and I've become slightly addicted. Of course, I am still drinking it like half hot chocolate, half coffee with a lot of sugar. What is your favorite part about being a booktuber? What is not to love? Is the actual question. I would have to say my favorite part though is interacting with all of you, the other book lovers. We are all united because of our love for reading, and you are all super nice. Like, we're a really loving community and we all love books. So that's my favorite part. I didn't realize that there were so many people like me who just like to stay home on a Friday night and read a good book. What inspired you to start reading, and how many years have you been reading? I think I've been reading since I was about 3 years old, so that's 16 years. Quite a long time. I come from a family of big readers. My entire family likes to read, and so growing up I was surrounded by a lot of books. All of my family just came together and was like, yes, reading is fantastic. Why don't you give it a try, Zoe? And I did, and I never stopped. Paperbacks or hardcovers? Paperbacks all the way, as you can see by the giant stack of paperbacks behind me. I love how floppy they are and how easy to read they are. They don't dig into the palm of your hand. These are so portable and light, and I like how the cover of it is just here. I always take off the dust jacket of hardcovers, so you never really get to see the pretty cover unless it's on your bookshelf, and I like having the pretty cover with me at all times. They're also cheaper, which, you know, college student, I love that. What's your favorite TV series? Parks and Recreation. I can rewatch that series again and again and again forever, and I have been. I think in the last year I've watched the entire series, all 7 seasons of it, like 3 times, and I'm rewatching it again, and I'm on season 5. So I think I have a problem, but I just love every single character so much. And Leslie Knope. I want to be Leslie Knope. She is my role model. I love how she always is motivated and gets stuff done, and it really gets you motivated too. You want to get stuff done just like Leslie Knope. So Parks and Recreation is my favorite, but I also really love Gilmore Girls and The Office. I like a lot of comedies. What upcoming book release are you most looking forward to? Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. Are you pumped? I am so pumped. Do you eat Oreos by taking it apart or eating the whole cookie at once? Obviously, I'm not an animal, so I take it apart, I eat the cream, and then I dip the 2 cookies into milk, and then I eat the cookies. What world do we live in that people eat Oreos all at once? Have you experienced culture shock while being in the UK? I haven't really. The only weird thing that I have experienced is that I've had to change my phone plan, and I have a UK number now, and I can't just call up my family in the US. Also, the money was a little odd, but I've gotten used to that, and it wasn't really culture shock. It was just like, okay, I have to change the way I do things now. I'm used to how people drive on the other side of the road, and I don't know, maybe I'm going to have anti-culture shock when I get back to the US, but it's been smooth sailing so far. If you could be a character in a book, which character would you be? I would be Hermione Granger because then I can do some magic and also, you know, go to Hogwarts and be amazing and a kick-butt female and again, magic. Or I would be Tessa Gray because then I can shapeshift, and also Lil Herondale and Jem Carstairs, both of them on my arm while I shapeshift. What one piece of life advice would you give? I would give a piece of life advice that I myself need to take as well, and it is that don't overthink things. I am a big overthinker, and that stops me from actually doing things. Obviously give some thought to some of your life decisions, don't just go into everything without thinking, but don't overthink it. Don't build it up into something bigger than it is. That stops you from doing it. I always get in my own way, and that's not a fun way to live. It stops you from doing things that could really change you as a person and would really be a great thing to do. Just have courage and go for it. Who are your favorite YouTubers? I'm going to start with booktubers and then move on to other YouTubers. As for booktubers, obviously we have Raylene over at Padfoot and Prongs, Well Done Books, Vincent Van Stop, Poland Bananas Books, Katie Tastic, Jessie the Reader, A Book Utopia, Peruse Project, Benjamin of Tomes, we have Jellify, Joel Books / Joel Tiger, we have Witty Novels, Tashopolis, Maureen Keevy. There's others that I am missing. Oh no! As for other YouTubers, we have Dan Is Not on Fire, The Bay, Amazing Phil, Sprinkle of Glitter, and Ingrid Nilsson, Hannah Hart, Grace Helbig, Mamery Hart, Zoella, Casper Lee, Joe Sugg. I like the British Gang, and I like the Holy Trinity. So that was my Q&A. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you learned a few things about me that you wanted to know. And if I didn't get around to answering your question, I am so sorry. Just ask me down below and I will make sure that I answer it. So thank you all for watching. Remember to follow me on Instagram and Twitter and Tumblr and Snapchat and all of those things. All of the links will be down below. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!